Meanwhile, talk about a lesson in irony. It's a college in our nation's capital named for the first president of the United States. Now, George Washington University is no longer requiring history majors to take U.S. history. The college following the lead of 1/3 of the country's top schools. Here to react, radio talk show host, a man who always has an opinion and passion, Larry Elder. Larry, please tell me there's something about the introduction and explanation that I got wrong.
I wish I could tell you that. I mean, think about this. According to the student newspaper, the faculty made this decision because they want to better recruit students in a globalizing world. Imagine that. History majors going to a school called George Washington, thinking that they can major in history without studying George Washington. After all, according to a lot of professors, the Founding Fathers are a bunch of old, rich white guys who owned slaves. As a result, they're no longer relevant. I call this the axis of indoctrination. Schools have long since passed the line from education to indoctrination, and this is just one more step towards that, Brian.
You know, at a time in which I can go 2 blocks away and see a packed house at Hamilton where they actually go through the entire history of the United States and see how fascinating it is. We can't get to George Washington University and study about George Washington. Can I add this? I think it's the most expensive school in the United States, somewhere around $67,000 a year. Why would you be interested in sending your child to a school that doesn't really want to focus on George Washington University? George Washington at George Washington University.
Well, let's not just pick on GW. A lot of schools are like this. You pointed out 1/3 of schools in the country don't require the history majors to have a course in American history. No matter whether the school is north or south or east or west or big or small or private or public, you have overwhelmingly the humanities side professors dominated by people who are on the left. 5 to 1, 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 50 to 1 in some schools. And kids are learning that America is nothing more than a series of incidents that oppress people, whether it's Native Americans or women or black or Hispanics or Asian people. That's what they're learning.
Is there people listening right now and say, listen, everybody knows the history. It doesn't matter what George Washington University does when these people go to their education. Larry, is there a genuine concern that you have, or are you just astonished?
There's a genuine concern because, after all, the Founding Fathers, are perceived to be bad people, people that were rich, that owned slaves, although there was a reprieve with respect to the Electoral College because all of a sudden the very same left-wing people rediscovered the Founding Fathers when it came to the Electoral College. Outside of that, the kids are taught that America has been a country that has been exploiting people. We got rich because we jacked over a lot of people, as opposed to a country that is a country of exceptionalism, a country where for the first time the people are allowing the government to govern by their consent, and instead of talking about America as being a place of exceptionalism, we're being taught that America is a place of oppression, and that is what kids are learning, and they are minting left-wing people, which is why Hillary and Bernie Sanders want free college. The more likely you are to go to college, the more likely you are to come out as a left-wing pro-Democrat voter.
You know, a lot of people pick a college because of the major they want or the sport they want to play. I think more and more parents that I talk to are saying how liberal are the teachers, how conservative is the school, and that's the type of school I want to send it to. That wasn't a box you have to check. I think it is now. And by the way, this is the same school that recruited in Al-Qaeda and Homeland Security, a former recruiter for Al-Qaeda, and asked him to be a professor. Larry, always great to see you. Congratulations on all the success with your radio show, too.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, Larry. Thank you.